All right, let's dive right in and talk about the Google Pixel Tablet 2. Because if the latest leaks are true, you need to forget everything you thought you knew. This isn't just an update, it's a total 180, a complete reinvention of what this tablet is supposed to be. Okay, be honest with me. Have you ever been so excited to get a new Android tablet, thinking it's going to change how you work or create, only for it to, well, become a really big phone that you just use to watch YouTube on the couch? Yeah, you are definitely not alone there. And that feeling right there, that's what we're calling the oversized phone dilemma. It really is the #1 reason that so many of these amazing, powerful pieces of hardware end up just collecting dust instead of being the productivity machines we want them to be. I mean, just look at these frustrations. They're so real, right? Trying to type anything serious on a glass screen is just slow. And don't even get me started on those clunky Bluetooth keyboards that always need to be charged and have that tiny bit of lag. It's this lack of good, official accessories and optimized software that turns them into great media players, but pretty frustrating work devices. You know, Google's first attempt with the Pixel tablet in 2023 kind of leaned right into this problem. It was basically positioned as a smart home device first. It even came with that charging speaker dock, which pretty much screamed, "I'm a Nest Hub that you can pick up and walk away with," not, "I'm a serious tool for getting stuff done." Okay, so let's get into the recent history here, because this is where the story gets a little confusing, but also really, really exciting. For a hot minute there, the word on the street was that the Pixel tablet was completely dead in the water. But the truth? Oh, it's way more interesting than that. So, let's trace the journey. In 2023, the first version launches with that Tensor G2 chip, marketed as that home hub we talked about. Then, in 2024, bam! Rumors are flying everywhere that the whole project is canceled. But now, looking ahead to a potential 2026 release, new leaks have totally flipped the script. They're not pointing to a cancellation, but to a massive, massive strategic pivot. And that's the key takeaway right here. Google didn't give up. It looks like they listened. They saw that people didn't just want another smart display. They wanted a real, honest-to-goodness productivity device in the Android world. So they went back to the drawing board to completely reinvent it. All right, now for the really good stuff. Let's talk about the leaked specs, because they seem to be a direct answer to every single one of those frustrations we just laid out. This is where things get serious. So the heart and soul of this big pivot is the chip. We're going from the Tensor G2, which was fine for smart home stuff, to the rumored Tensor G5. But here's the really critical part. It's reportedly being made by TSMC, not Samsung. Now, for those who follow this stuff, you know that's a huge deal for power and thermal efficiency. It signals a major shift in focus, away from just ambient AI and towards serious heavy-duty multitasking. What does that actually get you? Well, we're talking about a performance jump of over 30%. But numbers are just numbers, right? What this really means is buttery smooth multitasking, apps that launch in a snap, and the power to run demanding software without your tablet breaking a sweat. And this newfound power isn't just for show. It unlocks features that people have been begging for. The big one? The ability to properly drive a 4K external monitor. Just think about that for a second. That turns this tablet into a legitimate desktop workstation. It also means we could see a way better camera and some seriously impressive AI photo processing. But look, a super-fast chip is only half the battle if you don't have the right tools to use it. So let's talk about what might be the most important part of this whole story, the new accessory ecosystem that's designed to solve those keyboard and stylus headaches once and for all. The secret weapon here appears to be the pogo pin connector. So instead of messing with laggy, unreliable Bluetooth, this is a physical connection. These little spring-loaded pins snap into place and provide both power and data instantly. No pairing, no charging a separate keyboard. It is an absolute game changer. And the whole experience is meant to be just effortless. You just bring the tablet close, it snaps on with magnets, and you can start typing right away. That's it. That's the kind of seamless, no-friction experience that transforms a tablet from a fun toy into a serious tool. Okay, so keyboard problem solved. But what about that other crucial tool for productivity, the stylus? You know, the one that always seems to roll under the couch or get left behind. Well, it looks like Google has a pretty clever solution for that too. The leaks point to an official pen for Pixel tablet. And it's not just a dumb stick, it's going to be deeply integrated. We're talking a dedicated button for pulling up notes, amazing handwriting to text conversion, and this is the killer feature. It's reportedly going to be integrated with Google's Find My Device network. Finally, a stylus you can actually find. So you add all this up, the massive power boost, the pro-level accessories, and you have to ask the big multi-billion-dollar question. Is this finally it? Is this Google's real answer to the iPad? Well, to figure that out, we got to look past the hardware and at the philosophy of each ecosystem.
Look, we all know Apple's approach. It's a powerful, polished, and beautiful, but very closed ecosystem. A walled garden where everything works perfectly as long as everything is made by Apple. The Pixel Tablet 2 seems to be aiming for something different. It's about an open but deeply integrated world where there's seamless continuity not just with your Android phone, but with your Chromebook and even your Windows computer.
And this right here is the real prize for anyone already living in the Google or Android world. Just picture it. You copy some text on your phone and you just paste it on your tablet. No extra steps. You start writing an email on your tablet and then finish it on your laptop without a second thought. That's the promise here. True, seamless continuity.
So at the end of the day, the choice isn't really just about comparing two tablets side by side. It's a much bigger question. It's about the entire digital ecosystem that you already live and work in every single day.
With a much more powerful chip, a real focus on productivity accessories, and that deep integration with the wider Android world, it feels like all the pieces are finally falling into place. So the only question left is, after all these years and all these attempts, is this the moment Google finally gets tablets right?